Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome to my business educational platform. Today I am going to start another course that is known as the International Relations. The textbook which I will follow is written by Palmer and Parkins, Prakash Chandar. You can easily find it from the market. Indicator bibliography also available so that you can easily get the book from the any source. So firstly we will start from why to study international relations. Can you imagine living isolated? No one can live in isolation. Take an example of any individual. Can he live in isolation? No, of course not. Why not? Because he has certain needs. In order to fulfill that need, he had to cooperate with others. So same is the case with states. States cannot live in isolation. It's not possible by today. The states today are closely tied to one another. Studying about them is necessity. IR helps you in understanding the present world and how it get there. It also provides insights about many issues revolving around our lives such as national borders, peace and conflicts, human rights, business activities, cultural exchanges. Learning from past for better future, full of peace, mutual cooperation, respect, prosperity. International relations is also important because it is closely related to many other subjects including politics, economics, history, law, psychology and sociology. So it becomes very essential to understand the international relations. So then what are career availables if I adopt IR as my optional subject? So basically there is no future in a job. The future lies in the person holding that job. The best known international career is in foreign services, where you will provide the diplomatic relations. You will be responsible for making the positive relationship between the countries. You will be hold defense department, both military and civilian. Then you can easily get the employment opportunities in international organizations, multinational companies and NGOs that are not for profit organizations. You can be university teaching and research assistant. You can be associated with political parties and governmental analysis experts. You can be print media and electronic media anchor person. So there are multiple careers available if you are adopting the IR as an optional subjects. So basically there is no future in job, but job lies with the person who hold their job. So now we are moving forward to the international relations. So what we will study definition and concept, then scope of IR and then importance of IR. For sake of knowledge, what do you mean by the word international? Yes, you rightly guessed. Inter mean in between, national means states. So there will be relationship between the states. So it's also known as international relations. What relations we may study in IR? Either we are going to study uncles, brothers, sisters relations, No, it's not necessary. We will study the relationship between states. Is it compulsory to have relationship with other states? Yes, it's compulsory to have relationship with other states, as the states cannot live in isolation. They have to fulfill their needs. They have to understand the other countries in case of threats. So it becomes very essential to have relationship with other states. So from where we got the word international relations, it is given by Jeremy Bentham, the English political philosopher, used the word international for the first time in 1789. In the same year, there occur some events that are most important. I will discuss them in my next slides. They will help you in understanding the current affairs, general knowledge. What is the relationship between nations? He used the relationship between nations. So, is there any difference between the relationship between nations and the states? In that time, there was no difference between the nations and the states. Nations and states were used interchangeably. International relationship for relations between states. Then IR as a field of study starts since 1990 in the University of Wales. It was first started in the 1919 year in the University of Wales. Then it was also followed by LSE London School of Economics and Oxford University, then followed by other institutions as well. So before moving to the two schools of thoughts of international relations, what happened in the year of 1789? In 1789, the French Revolution and US Constitution, first president took oath. So who was the first president of US? Yes, you rightly guessed, it was Washington. So what are the two schools of IR, international relations? Basically, exists the specific view, that is also known as narrow, and the broad view, that is also known as the general view of IR. So we will discuss both of them. So what the narrow view suggests, it suggests that the IR is only related with the relationship between two states, or the official relationship between the states. Does not include the trade, business activities, educational and cultural relations, religious affairs, and non-governmental organizations. So who were the main supporters of this thought? Prof. Dunn and the Taylor were the supporters of the specific view. So it only concerns about the official views of the states, or official responses, or official events that occur between the state. It doesn't include the trades, businesses, educational and cultural relationship between the states. As per the proof done, IR is concerned with actual relations that take place across national boundaries, or as body of knowledge which we have of these relations at any given time. As per Trave Taylor in 1979, a discipline which tries to explain political activities across state boundaries. It was very simplistic and a narrow view of international relations. Now, what is the broad view of international relations? It includes all the activities, relations, and interaction besides official relations. So, who are the main supporters of this thought? This thought is also known as general view of international relations. Quincy Wright, Hoffman, Rosna, Matheson were the supporter of this thought. As per Quincy Wright, it is not only the nations which international relations seek to regulate, very type of groups, nations, states, governments, people, regions, alliances. Many people form strategic alliances. They share their resources with other countries, confederations, international organizations, even industrial organizations, cultural organizations, religious organizations must be dealt with in the study of international relations. So it's not only with the specific view of international relations or the official views of the states. It includes all the activities that are involved in the international relations. So, as per the Rosana, the internal events within a state affect the relations on international level. Even sometimes a boundary is difficult to draw between nationals and international actions. So basically, if there will be any state, it has certain boundaries and it has certain authority, and it must have the peoples. So there must be the boundaries which must be clear. So Matheson holds the same view. The internal affairs of state fall with jurisdiction of international relations. So what are the examples available? Examples available is Saudi Arab government decide to decrease oil supply or stop. So what will happen if Saudis decide to decrease the supply or stop the oil supply? So basically it is an essential element. Without it we cannot produce any product. If it will be decreased, or if Saudi government decide to decrease the oil supply, then the prices of oil supply will increase and that will affect the buying power or the currency devaluations. Certainly there will be other problems from that as well. So high level of concern throughout the world, prices, inflation, jobs, currency devaluation. If dollar value gets low, many countries' economies will be affected. So only one internal thing can change the overall globe. So what is the conclusion? IR is not limited to official relations at present. So we should focus not only upon the specific view, but we are now focusing on the general view of IR, possible only in the old states or Greek city-states. It is also possible in old cities of Greek city-states. Need of the people has increased welfare state. Many organizations and associations emerged. States have to consider all aspects of human life. Thus, IR is concerned with all types of official, political, social, cultural, ideological, military.